Yeah. Hey, Thomas. Thomas.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Hit that red button. Did you hit the red button?
I hit it.
Okay, we're good.
She is like 30 minutes out.
You want to do this?
Yeah.
You want me to do the stats for you? Yeah. You said you
Well, no, that's not the stat. You don't have. Well, yeah, you just got to hit. He's doing the stats. That's just the live stream.
Yeah, that's the Chiron there.
Why? I don't need it.
Good pitch, Justin. Here we go.
Appreciate you. And I think Doug's want to hit it a bit. Okay. But you don't think I need to?
Yeah, there it is.
What's the count? I'm going to have to if you guys hit.
What do we got for a count?
What's the count? You want me to do this? Nope. For now? Nope.
3-1.
Thank you.
3-1. Oh, brilliant pitch there by Justin for game strike 2.
3-2.
So Justin Hall taking the hill for the Bombers in game 2 here. Justin 1-3 on the regular season with a 4.20 ERA, 16.2 innings pitched, 11 hits, 14 runs, all of them earned, 22 walks, 41 Ks. That's a 49.4% strikeout rate, allowing only 4 home runs and a 180 average.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
He's a very good backup, playing co-number 2 with Nick Bone, pitching.
Oh, nasty.
Excellent pitch there against Worsonville. Look at Justin Hall is a very good backup to Cam. The styles of pitching could not be more different between Cam and the Bone Hall combo.
Good piece.
As Sam gets a piece of that one.
Hey, Caleb, how fast is he throwing? How fast is he throwing? Just keep an eye on it, will you? Let me know.
Big swing and a miss by Sam.
I mean, Hall's throwing 85 right now. That's right up there with what he's been throwing all year. He's had some time off this season too. His arm's got to be fresh.
Good pitching, Justin.
Go, Hall.
2 big strikeouts.
Very good start for Justin Hall. That has been some of his difficulty this year, is not being able to establish himself early.
Right.
And he is looking like he may have overcome that tonight.
Yeah, that was the worry. That was the worry. I think everyone expected to see Nick here in this game, and bringing in a rookie, hard-throwing rookie.
Yeah, Nick, he's
I think Nick pitched because he's got the championship game last year, didn't he?
He did. He closed out the championship series last year against these Melonheads, and the last time out against the Melonheads, he pitched 5 scoreless innings, allowing 2 hits, 2 walks, striking out 9.
Hey, we're not managing the team, but it's our job to question the manager from time to time. It's a tough call. That's a tough call. A rookie versus a veteran. Veteran's done it before, but we'll see how it works out.
Nick and Justin have very similar stat lines and somewhat similar pitching styles, so it can help to mix them up a little bit and manage the workload on them, especially in this punishing heat.
True.
He doesn't hear. All right, that's fine. I can say
Ball
whatever
5?
I want. He doesn't ever hear. What? Tonight? I would want to go.
That would be a double walk for Jimmy Stout.
2 outs. Here's a guy that started the season off pretty hot. Didn't finish up with the best average, but he very capable of taking you deep.
Certainly pulling his weight out on the hill.
Oh, wow.
He pitched game 1 and struck out everybody.
Yeah.
15 outs in 5 innings, all 15 of them Ks, allowing no runs and taking a 1-0 victory.
I think I could be wrong. That's a good pitch. I think I could be wrong. You might have the stat, but I think he had the highest K per inning ratio in the league anyway.
Yeah, Caleb Schweigert has the highest strikeout percentage, is the one I've got here. 70.5% of all batters faced were struck out by
crazy.
Caleb Schweigert.
That's crazy.
A full 20% above the league average.
Yep. Yeah, that's nuts. For a rookie, too, who hadn't pitched any wiffle ball until this year.
Just a phenom talent.
Look who it is, Parker Bone.
With legs like mighty cedars.
That's what Justin needs right there. He needs a few swings and misses on bad pitches. Gives you all kinds of confidence.
Yeah, Justin does a good job of establishing a chase pitch.
Yep.
Sometimes it helps if you don't know exactly where it's going yourself. Then you know the batter doesn't.
2-2. Oh, that's close. You know Cam's thinking if we can just get to game 3, somehow get to game 3. Let's see if the Bomber magic can come through.
So Justin Hall striking out the side there after walking one. And we'll remind you that tonight's game in the Feather Shark division is brought to you by Feather Shark, located in Chesterfield, Missouri. Feather Shark's the leading IT provider for fire districts in the metro area. They provide, manage, and support VoIP phones, desktops, servers, and networks. Find out more at feathershark.com. And while Jason is warming up, we'll also remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Arch Nemesis Brewery, proud sponsor of MO WIFF. Arch Nemesis is a nano brewery located in the district in Chesterfield Valley, 100 yards from the factory in Reverie. Arch Nemesis specializes in kombucha and experimental small batch craft beer. Give them a follow on social media to find out more. And if you're more of a traditional old man beer drinker, such as myself, don't let that scare you away. Their craft beers are excellent, and they got something for everybody.
Hey, Paul.
I got so mad at that guy at that tournament. I go crazy in my little bit. Because it's why there. Why would you call yourself right there? They would move the camera like 6 times, and he would always line the camera.
Oh, you didn't edit the you didn't edit the templates. I was going to put Tommy Dwyer up and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
All
no.
like play was going on, so like if they hit or
is it hard to do?
I just forget to mess with that.
I'm trying to use all your shit on here.
Tommy Dwyer will
I've been
lead
using all
off
the I've been
at
using
the bottom of the first against the Melonheads.
Whole playoff thing. Leave that up.
Jason delivering ball one just
So
outside.
Tommy,
Let's go, 10!
That playoff logo looks bad, bro. Cam, that playoff logo looks tight.
I offered him money one time just to check.
Jason does not have the overpowering stuff that Caleb Schweiger does, but he is absolutely dangerous out there on the hill.
Jason's had a good year.
He
You got his stats, right?
mixes speeds extremely well.
He's had a good year on the mound.
So far this year, in the regular season, he went 4-2 with a 1.46 ERA, allowing only 4 home runs, and opposing batters were hitting 185 against. He strikes out batters 46.8% of the time, which is slightly below league average, but he is very good at keeping it low in the zone and inducing soft contact into groundouts.
Cam Smith up to bat.
Cam Smith, the leading batter for the Bombers this year.
You know, this is one of the fears. Can you throw a guy like Cam throws so hard, right? And then you bring a guy back like Jason who's throwing fairly hard, doesn't look as hard. Batter's timing's a little bit on. You got to be concerned about that.
It's a very dangerous mix.
Yes, it is. I mean, normally Jason's overpowering, but when you're 5 miles per hour slower, the guys are out in front of the ball. And 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, Caleb Schweiger, an impact not just when he's pitching himself, he elevates the entire team by giving you that different look.
That's a nasty pitch.
I'll bring up number 22, Nick Bone. Nick Bone had a pretty good year at the plate. He's had a couple of down weeks in a row now. He's looking to turn that around just in time for the playoffs. Nick batted 173, slugging 442, hit 4 home runs, struck out only 30 times.
Cam, what's this Atlanta versus Nashville stuff that pops up whenever I put your names up?
Oh,
Watch.
oh,
Isn't that
I have
crazy?
no idea. Just, I guess just don't hit him.
I have no idea what that is.
That's crazy. Yours doesn't show that. Yours says team captain.
I don't know.
He's bringing the heat right now.
What's he throwing?
Like 81.
It's pretty good for Jay.
He can get it up into like 83, 84, but he don't live there. When I was videoing him from the outfield that one time, he hit 84 every once in a while. He ain't gonna throw nothing faster than that. I feel like him and Cochran throw about the same speed. Think Cochran throws harder?
Jason? I think he does harder. I think when he wants to, he can.
Think Jason can throw harder? Is that what you said, or you think Cochran can? 3-2 count. Here's a guy that the Bombers need to heat up. Nick's one of the better hitters in the league.
That looks good too. Talk to me. Have you seen
Yeah, we could really, Bombers could really use some mid-season Nick Bone right now. He was extremely hot from about weeks 4 to 10.
Yeah, he was one of the hardest hitters to get out.
He doesn't give away a lot of that back.
No, he doesn't. He takes pitches, makes contact.
Four ibuprofen and a couple beers, and your arm doesn't hurt.
Just goes numb.
Goes down swinging there, and that is going to take us to the top of the second inning. I'd like to remind you that this game is brought to you by our Player of the Week sponsor, Auto Spa. Auto Spa, etc., sets the bar for a clean car. With express tunnel locations for a quick exterior wash and free vacuums to full service locations with complete detailing centers. Auto Spa, etc. is clearly better. It shows in the shine. Go to www.autospa.etc. for locations. This game also brought to you by the Lit Cigar Lounge, St. Louis's premier cigar and whiskey bar, located in Chesterfield, Missouri at the district. Find them at litstl.com. Go give them a follow on social media. Fantastic atmosphere and some cigars that you can't find anywhere else in the city. They're at Lit Cigar Lounge.
Yep.
Pink Panther ball.
The latest one I'm seeing is like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I got it.
10 o'clock would be the pair.
What movie?
What are the nice theaters around here?
Wildwood Theater is probably the nicest.
Yeah, but that's hard, isn't it?
It's only 5 miles down Manchester. It seems like it's far, but it's not.
It's cute. It's a cute little place. I've been there, haven't I?
It's Wildwood.
Wildwood's a cute place.
Is this the wood-hander?
Yeah, it's got a little click in it, but dude, it's nothing wrong with it. That's one of the better ones we got. It's the lightest one we got too. Is that a ball?
Yeah, that was about.
One of these times when you go to the ones where they like bring you food and shit.
That's the AMC Theater on Outlook. It's probably 15 minutes from the house. It's not far from here. There's also a theater here in Chesterfield. Hey, there's a theater in Chesterfield right over across the.
Yeah, so that's the one that's at 10:25.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that theater.
What is it?
Good eye there by Jason.
I guess.
Yeah, 3-1 count.
So you know you're doing. Let's go.
That is right. We've got a count of 3-1 here. Justin's dealing with.
So it must
We just can't emphasize it enough. Pitch count will be a factor in every one of these games tonight.
Sorry, bro. I got that for you. Sorry, buddy.
I was talking shit. I'm sorry.
Ball return seems to be malfunctioning for the Bombers.
Pink Panther.
We got mechanics in the back taking a look at it.
So I figured out a problem with this thing. Can't, like, unless it's this hard.
A lead-off double walk, and now we're quickly 2-0. Sam EICHENLAUB.
Yeah, but it's not that. Yeah, that's.
We got to watch putting batters on. Runs are absolutely at a premium
Luckily
tonight
it's not enough cards
against the
to-
caliber of pitching that the Melonheads bring out.
But I hear you. Yeah, that's a flaw.
Now at high 3-0.
Smooth is not real big.
I don't think. They have a very small selection.
3-0.
3-0. Our own Tony Saggio walks by, seeming to have dried off terribly well. Count runs to 4-0. You got to imagine that Captain Worthsnome's over on the third base line here, putting the red light on for Sam EICHENLAUB.
Ball's nice though.
That doesn't serve food either. It's called Forks and Screens is what it's called. The AMC theater there. It's on West Olive. West Olive. And when you go to the theaters, a few of them there are called Forks and Screens, so you know which ones they serve food. They'll bring the food right out to you.
That is walk-in. We are putting him
Second
on.
and third.
Another double walk. We got second and third. No.
Hang on, they haven't done it yet. They got to make that decision still whether they're going to double walk him or not. Nope, he's going to pitch to him.
There's one.
He's pitching to him here. It's dangerous right here. EICHENLAUB's been seeing the ball so good. Told you.
Over the outstretched hands of Nick Bowen in center field, and that's going to drive in 2 runs.
Was that 3-0? 2-0? 2-2. Where's that remote?
Still nobody out here in the top of the second. The bases are clear to start it over.
You call him a game?
Oh, Rocky's got it.
Yeah, you want to do it? You want to do it?
Are they home or
Well, I don't know who any of these players are outside of.
That's a good job. You'd probably be better color than me. If you want to sit here, I'll still do this. And we'll talk. I'd rather go.
Justin.
You'd enjoy it more than I would.
I don't know which one of these it would be.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with this hand doing that. So why don't you just do it?
Maybe
I don't
There it is.
Find that. Let's go.
You sit right there.
Harness it.
There,
Let's
Justin's
go.
starting to find his stride, puts one in there. Little get me over fastball.
Keep this real quick. Just for a second. I'm going to get a chair.
That one outside.
3-1.
3-1.
Yep.
3-1.
I don't know if that's.
Take that for a second. Big guy? Yep.
Played baseball with Bryson.
Did he really?
I played baseball with his dad.
You're good.
That's 5.
Patrick, I'm in the booth.
Imig.
Imig.
Say right, right?
Troy's rival.
But a lot of people say Imig, and I just a lot of people that I've worked with for multiple years.
And we're putting Jimmy Stout on second base.
Is there
The
another
second double walk of the inning.
Man on second, right?
Yeah, we got a runner on second is Jimmy Stout and Caleb Schweigert at the plate. Nobody out. 2 runs already in.
This was the fear with him pitching.
So that other one's playing at 10 o'clock in Japan. And then it's playing at
10:25 at Chesterfield?
9:30 in Arnold. Well, no. This is the other one. Freedom.
Oh. It's big for us. Edwards will shut us out last year championship.
Just missed.
Where? Edwards, it says Edwards was one of them.
Go to Edwardsville.
That's fucking psycho. Nobody wants to do that drive.
No. Who's want to go there?
Nobody.
You guys are nuts. There's ball 5. Decisions.
Oh, Ronnie's is showing it at 10:20. The other one. The Freedom. Do you guys see Freedom and talk to me?
All right, we're putting Schweigert on second base. That gets us to second and third. Still nobody out and 2 runs in.
You've been around all year. Who do you think was the hardest pitcher to hit this year?
Oh, I did.
Caleb?
Jordan.
Norton?
Jordan.
Nobody out.
I think Jordan's the most
Jordan.
complete.
He hits all parts of his zone.
He's like Greg Maddox and
So our
somebody else.
options would be
Hard pitcher.
Jackson Crosley's got to be in that conversation too.
Yeah, true.
He's been
He just
ridiculous.
hasn't been enough.
He's only pitched in about half as many games as the other top
Nope.
contenders.
I'm not doing the stats, but I'm doing this one. Does this one matter?
Shoot, I thought you had who has the other iPad?
Ken, who's doing the stats?
if you left
Q, I think.
at
Oh, Quentin, did you change the picture?
like before it was
Boys, see you later.
You out?
I'm gonna wake up at 3 o'clock for
or
overtime.
before it
So
started.
Well, have fun with that, bro. We're going down to hometown cup.
So like after
Cup.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Silver Fox Marketing. Silver Fox Marketing is your source for signs, banners, windows, graphics, and vehicle wraps. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or go to silverfoxmarketingstl.com as we're bringing in Nick Bone in relief here in the second inning. It's always good to have a reliable veteran pitcher in your back pocket to bring in these pressure situations. And that is Nick Bone all over.
Saturday we played 4 games.
Nick Bone, his last time out against these Melonheads, pitched 5 innings, allowing only 2 hits, 2 walks, striking out 9, allowing no runs in what was ultimately a losing effort in extra innings. After Smith came in and shut down the 6th inning, Sam EICHENLAUB hit a home run in the deciding home run derby that evening.
What can you tell us about Mr. Bone?
Well, I could tell you quite a bit about Mr. Bone, not much of it fit for air.
It's the internet.
I have known Nick Bone for, let's see, he's 32 years old. So for 32 years, Nick Bone is my younger and better shaped, more attractive brother, who's always been more athletic than me, so therefore I hate him.
I didn't see. I mean, I got all the services.
Hate's just a figurative term, though. You don't actually hate your brother.
Nick Bone is an excellent brother and an even better wiffle ball player. Nick does not throw as hard as some of the other pitchers you see out here, but what you do see out of him is excellent location and able to mix his speeds up and down with really good control. So without having overpowering stuff every time he goes out there, he's able to really confuse the hitters and keep their timing off. Paul is still our designated hitter. Now
Paul's coming out.
He's hitting for our right fielder.
I'm telling you, he's coming out. Paul's coming out. And he was hitting for the pitcher. The pitcher's going in the game.
So Hall is now in the game. Pugh is out.
So Pugh is going to be switching to his greatest strength, psychological warfare from the baseline.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Justin Hall's bat in the game.
I was just going to say flapping his gums, but that's pretty much the same thing.
You got it! Woo!
He's the neighborhood kid that everybody had growing up.
Oh yeah, that Peter's empty.
Yeah, that little chin strap can wag jaws with the best of them.
Oh shit.
Well, I like it. You barreled the hell.
I mean, what the? Who the? He saw that open.
Hey, good battle.
There's some of that speed mixing we see there from Nick Bone. Getting Jason
What's he?
a little bit out ahead of that
Will
one.
you watch mile per hour on this one? Tell us where he's hitting.
Worston Holmes seems to be right on it.
68. That was 68 miles an hour.
68 miles an hour, according to the gun.
Hey, square it up. Just the tip. Just the tip? Just the tip.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it is.
Second and third, nobody out.
There you go.
1-2.
There it is.
Skies it.
Wait.
Oh! We're going to have to charge an error on that one.
Yeah, that's an error.
So Hall comes into the game and
Hey,
gets
does that-
met with a
hey,
fly ball
Single.
Does that force a
on
run
the
in?
edge of the infield.
Guys on third. Well, so it's first and third then, Sam? Okay.
Scorekeeper rightfully calling it an error.
Yeah, it's definitely. Q, that's an E. Q, that's an error.
No, I'm getting
No.
dead.
It's 3-0.
I honestly thought Nick was about the guy out there. Every time they like changed something, he was like,
That was an error. Was that an error, Jake?
yeah, that was no.
That's an error.
Nick Bone does window glass tinting as a profession.
It would have been a good play.
So he's already been working out in the sun all day today, so
Where
fatigue
he's
could
now,
become a
he came all
factor.
the way into like the line of the grass and dirt.
Hey, Q, if you haven't changed it, leave it a hit.
He doesn't have a tent that follows him around and just blocks the sun while he's outside.
That'd be nice. He does have his employer, who is a very stout gentleman and casts quite a shadow, and likes to stand there and tell you what to do at all times. So that can help.
It would have went out if he just squared it up.
That thing was high.
He might be watching tonight. Hi,
He could
Randy.
be. Hey, Randy, how's it going? Keep up the great work.
What's count, fellas? You know? Q, what's count? 22, thank you.
I would mention
Oh, and there's another shot
Oh my God.
over the left field wall by
How many does that
number
score?
2-1,
Three?
Mr. Eichenlaub.
home run by EICHENLAUB.
He's trying to go MVP, I think.
All right, let's go, Jimmy.
Good group high fives at home plate, too. Which
So that
you'd
would
love
clear
to
the
see.
bases again, and we still have nobody out.
Hey, so can I ask you a question? This video is too good.
Isn't it 6 runs an inning?
No, that was they
No.
already had.
Yeah, they only got 4 this inning.
They already had 2.
Hey, what?
Like, are they done with the playoffs? If they lose this one?
Can't lose. Or Bombers lose.
Yeah.
Bombers are out of it.
That's what I'm saying. If they lose this.
Way to go, Nick!
I said Cam. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, so if
Bombers are really going to have to make something happen when they get their turn at the plate, or it is going to be a disappointing early playoff exit for the two-time reigning champions.
Hey,
Nikki.
come on. I believe in you.
part of it was Cam having hard problems throughout the year. They just never were the same team.
Yeah, Cam looked much more human this year following an arm injury. Definitely don't look for that to continue next year after he's had some time to rest. Predict that he's going to be in fantastic form
Because
on
he's not
opening
even
day.
going to UFs. He's not going to be playing with UFs either this year. It's a good pitch. Hey, this is you here.
This is Worstonholm's son,
Eyes
Caleb
on the ball here.
Worstonholm.
Pull off it.
Oh. Hey, you're okay. Shake that.
Two. That's two.
That's two.
Cam's in a position I don't think he's ever thought he'd be in.
This is a good game.
Now, when you spoke of the stout gentleman earlier, talking about Randy, I thought maybe the stout gentleman was Mr. Stout over there.
No. Now, while I appreciate Jimmy Stout, he is not the Stout I was referring to. I'm referring to a distant cousin of mine, Randy Heiser.
Pull the back muscle on that one.
Last year I literally thought I tore my
Last year's Midwest Classic, I definitely did myself an injury swinging the bat. My front shoulder hurt for weeks afterward. Speaking of the Midwest Classic, check out the Mo Wiff, the Mo Wiff Facebook if you would like to participate in this year's Midwest Classic.
And then after he did it,
Time
he
is
said,
running
"Playoff
out to
Jimmy's
sign
back."
out if you want to come and compete against some of the top wiffle ball talent in both Missouri and Illinois and some outlying states. There are going to be some guys making a drive from way out to participate.
I once asked Sam Skibby this year if Or it was Gus Skibby, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to throw it.
If he's insane for driving from Kansas City on a night to go pitch, and he said, "No, I'm a teacher. I'm off this summer." And it made all the sense in the world to me.
Gus Skibby, an absolute menace in this league. Having 2 Skibbies just seems somewhat unfair. There needs to be a rule against it.
It's the bottom of the 2 coming up.
Yes.
No, top of 3, right?
No, the Melonheads were home in game 1, so this will be the bottom of the second.
God damn it. You doing a sponsor?
I want to remind everybody that tonight's game is brought to you by Game Time Tournaments. Game Time Tournaments is a local family-owned and operated baseball and softball tournament company. You can play at your team's own skill level with no additional fees or charges and flexible scheduling. Go to playgametimestl.com for more information.
Hey,
Mo Wiff is also brought to you by Bommarito Automotive Group. Bommarito is Missouri's #1 automotive group. They sell and service every make and model and have your next vehicle in stock or on the way. Find them on social media and at bommarito.com. Here we have Paul Pugh up to lead off the second inning.
Tommy, did you get that water?
is that a ball or strike?
Ball.
Ball making contact, hitting it over the first base side, but picked up by Caleb Schreiber.
I was like, I don't know if you want to go.
I saw it, right? I saw it. I'm not going to hold it. I feel like you're doing that was my last pass.
That one will go 3 unassisted and bring up Tommy Dwyer.
I hit it to the second baseman. Or first baseman. Or
Hey, look.
the shortstop between first and second.
Tommy with a good cut there, getting a slight piece of that one.
She came out here because Jackie was going to come. Yeah. Because of that. So she had called me and she was like, what are you doing? I said, oh,
Good hat, Tommy.
She's like, tell me.
Little gas from Jason Worston.
I was trying to say that.
As we're about a half hour into game 2 here, it's impressive to see anybody still pumping hard up there after playing a couple games under the sun. Tommy will go down swinging, bringing up Cam Smith.
Drop down, change a little speed.
I want popcorn with M&M's. My mom got you on that?
Yeah, she's a girl. She was basically.
Not.
She's like hanging over her seat.
Because she was scared.
I know she was. She told me before the movie started.
She's a scaredy cat.
Big swing from Cam there. Got to remind Cam that you cannot hit a 6-run home run no matter how hard you swing.
I apologize.
But he wants to put his team back in this game.
$60. What's that?
I apologize in advance. Because my legs are hot underneath this shirt. Just letting you know.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'm so hot.
Talk about the wrong day to
I picked the wrong day to wear white.
Low there, and that'll bring it to 4-1. Cam Smith not afraid to swing when the count is in his favor or when it's not. Oh, he wears a hard one there.
Is that personal?
Ball 5.
It's quite possible Worstonholm was pretending that Cam was Tony Cochran of the Thunderbirds with that pitch. Quite the friendly yet personal rivalry that those two have. I'm sure that he would look forward to a game against them next week if the Cards played themselves that way.
Everybody's getting white and black.
Nick Bone now at the plate with 2 down and a runner on second.
chance and see if they got it.
Melonheads took game one, and they are up big in this one, looking to get some playoff revenge in the first round after dropping the championship series to the Bombers last year.
You get bigger barrels too.
There's always seats Talk to me.
Nick Bone showing some of his trademark discipline at the plate here. He is a tough out.
First and second, right?
Why? It was so good.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a big at bat. We get him crawl right back into it.
I'm not gonna lie though, I saw.
I don't know if there's enough time for him to come back, but
So like they were saying.
they need a big inning here. They need to get 3 or 4 runs this inning. 3 runs would be a good start. Justin's hit a couple home runs this year.
Downgrading.
Justin Hall.
Be one of those big homers here, kid. Pick yourself
2
up.
home runs, 8 RBI this year.
I guess I saw it happen. Like basically saying.
See how bad he's got?
But
That one he's at. So those are both bats. Go for 55
it was
hours
part of the
per
film
year.
because they came
If you can
back.
find it. So as soon as
So
somebody
some
puts them
people
on
were
there,
saying it
all
was
baseball,
great.
all these football guys are looking to buy because it's the hardest barrel on the market.
So I guess it
Like I've been looking for one of those for a long time. He just found one.
Do they not make them anymore?
Don't make them. So people put them on there. People have seen that they're going for $75. They're getting $75 for a bat. They
And then
pay
I
$10.
realized that.
But they're the best. They're light and they're the hardest barrel you can get.
When they were sitting at the table and like Barbara went up and introduced herself to the girls, those 4 girls, they were the Bratz
I
dolls.
really think the next evolution of this league is to pay some
Yeah, Sasha, Yasmin, Chloe.
I just don't know if you can get
Takes another ball there. The Bombers want to see Worsonal throw a strike before they're going to offer.
They were Sasha. They were the
MLW. That's what makes them so
Their
good.
names were Sasha, Yasmin, Chloe, and Jada.
Our life is just, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, damn, I didn't catch it.
This brutal heat and humidity beginning to take its toll a little bit on Jason, just like it is the rest of
And
us.
then there was another one saying that, so in the film,
That doesn't stop him from hitting the bottom of the zone with a brilliant pitch there.
leaning on her after he gets hurt. And like and he's like, Barbie, can I come over today or whatever? So in the film,
He's got a buddy that played triple A.
Barbie
It's a left hand
can.
that's going to be playing with us.
Well, it apparently that's
Midwest
just
tournament.
being in a movie
He's
where it's like a
he's
fact
really wanted to
that
play me once to see if he
this
can
person
play baseball.
that this person
28
being here or not.
Left-handed, plays 90.
Oh, just outside.
You know, leagues triple A. So don't be seeing what he's playing this year.
Paul's going to take his base. That's going to load him up.
I don't know how much more
For
talent
rookie
he
phenom, Tommy
Already
Bryant.
did. When it comes down to one mistake, you make it.
Would not have guessed that Tommy was a rookie based on
Tommy, this
how
is big
smooth he
here.
is
Come
out
on.
there.
Stay back.
Hey, let's go, boys!
Base is jamming.
Tommy put with a pretty good regular season campaign.
Come on, hey, you need
204.
one. Let's go!
Full 20 points above the league average.
He's capable of it.
Come on, come on. All right!
Big swing there, looking to get something
Hey, your
done.
head, baby. Well, you'll still be up. Tommy, your head, baby. You'll be up 6-4.
All right, let's go!
You're on that one there.
Yeah, you're better off just getting the single. You don't want to kill the rally with a
Hey,
grand
put in the
slam.
work. Come on.
Being sarcastic.
I would lose my mind.
If he hits a grand slam,
Yeah. I would lose my mind.
Oh my goodness.
did that hit?
Sneaks
three?
one in there. Get Dwyer striking out, looking with the bases loaded.
I was like, wait. That's what I heard. Cam, chill out.
Everything I do is for the views.
Top of 3-6-1.
With that, we'll remind you that this playoff Wiffle Ball is brought to you by HomeStand. HomeStand is our playoff sponsor, and they are also America's Strike Zone, custom made using the best materials and paint in the market for longevity and durability. It's kid-owned and family-managed. Check out their Instagram for more information. Boy, when you hit the strike zone as hard as our boys do, you need the durability of a homestand strike zone. It's going to get ate up pretty quick. Also remind you that this event is brought to you by Public Schoolhouse. They are the premier event venue for weddings, rehearsal dinners, corporate events, showers, and holiday, anniversary, birthday parties. Located in the heart of Cottleville, Missouri. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or at publicschoolhouse.com.
Thank you, boys. Q, who's up? Sam.
Sam EICHENLAUB going to lead off this third inning. Looks like we may have another call to the bullpen going here. This call to the bullpen brought to you by nobody. We don't have a sponsor for that. So call to the bullpen brought to you by Ken Bone and all of his electric generating prowess. If you want to learn how to make electricity, I'm the best power plant operator who ever lived. Give me a call. I'm still wearing my fire retardant uniform. It's 102 damn degrees out here. That's how much I love making electricity.
In the same worlds in my car, the air trip. I'm gonna get the turf. I'm gonna say worlds, I know it's time. I know Kentucky turf, and
I think 9th out, we got to say again. So Caleb's done. If there was a game 3 and he pitched game 3, does that mean he can't start game 1? Yes, that's what that means.
Now there ain't going to be a game 3.
So,
Tommy, it kind of feels like.
Are you going to put another one of those videos together for next week since there's 2 new teams?
8.5 minutes to go.
I can, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to worry about it unless you want something else.
This is top
You'll
3.
do another one of those videos. I'll give you $100. Whatever, if you want to shoot any video when you're here, we can do it. So that's up to you. I had brought money with me. I didn't know if you want to like something. It will not be a 3. I think you have to.
No, I know.
If you do, I'll let you. You want to do another video for next week?
I don't even have Tommy's pitching stats. I did not have him on my list of likely pitchers that we would see this year. He is capable out on the hill. He can throw.
I know what to do now.
We're just going to have to see how it goes for him.
You'll see me on the
That I'm optimistic that at some point I'll be videos for the 3 hours.
When Mike Moore saw you,
Wasn't around at all. Never was there on the power.
see, I knew you were leaving. I'm like,
And I think it's because he was in New York with his daughter.
is that where your girlfriend's in there?
I saw his vehicle there
While
today.
Tommy continues to warm up, we'll remind you that tonight's game is also brought to you by by UCC STL. They will recover money owed to you from creditors, collect on court judgments awarded to you or your business. So go to UCCSTL.com for more information. If there's somebody out there that owes you money, don't go try to get it yourself. Rely on the professionals at UCCSTL.
You don't have anybody.
I got your card.
Sam EICHENLAUB to lead off here against Tommy Dwyer.
I mean, you could have done a little bit better, but yeah, I like it.
Nice easy cut at that one for 0-1.
Let's go. Find your pitch mark.
Right. Atta boy!
Oh, in there for 0-2 quickly.
I don't want to chase that
Give
ball.
him the Tommy W treatment that you told me you gave him last week. He said, if he really wants to, look, I need somebody to do something.
He's spending money now. They just signed
Hi
up
there
with
with some
Auto Trader. Put all the
interesting
Auto
submarine
Trader.
delivery
Yeah,
on that
he's
one.
right now, so.
That could be a dangerous pitch.
I don't see
Somewhere
it being a
else
problem.
besides
I mean, we don't need the whole budget right now. We'll just do $2 grand a month. So
if he was staying. There's no way.
you work up to the $3 grand after a month. and
Big
that'd be
cut
enough.
by Sam there. Keep it at 1-2 on the foul ball. That's one foul tip on a second strike. Another one of those, and Benji Molina will come down with it.
To 35.
There you
go.
That one low for
Negotiate down to
2-2.
3 and then
Kill each other.
that's what we're
You
paying
would
to.
kill me.
So I know we've got it in the budget. We don't need to have
EICHENLAUB goes down, swinging for out number 1. That will bring up Jimmy Stout.
If I find somebody up
Jimmy Stout has already walked twice in this game.
2-game series, who could I do?
In game 1, he had a single and a triple, going 2 for 4. Drove in the game-winning RBI in game number 1.
already done it.
I know, but he's going to be going against Jordan, so the biggest excitement is going to be if he score run on Jordan. You don't think that's going to be.
It was so funny because
If you don't do Jordan, I think you got to come back into it. And I thought Jordan Smith, the story's right there.
I've heard so much
Jordan
about
Smith also
you.
kicked a hit in the home run in the game.
Right.
And that's what you want to catch, right?
I told him, I was like, because I kind of surprised
Are you
me.
thinking of anybody else? You've already done over
We
here.
got action in the Melonheads bullpen in the outfield. Sam EICHENLAUB warming up.
Oh yeah.
We traded him back.
Yeah, no.
He might be looking to close this one
I
out.
followed the Twitter this week. That's why he showed up in the video.
I know what you should do. If you see his over, you should go out there and see how's it feel.
I got 5. Yeah.
Them?
In case they win, because they're probably going to win.
I think.
And then they
I think
told me
they
how
did.
beneficial.
So I think
They got the best player, who's also, I would argue, the best
Look
pitcher.
at that. You hitting?
Best hitter, the best pitcher.
Jimmy Stout got a hit the 55 and under pitches.
that's one league. Yeah, no, I
Josh is a great hitter.
55 and under is my own personal specialty since I think I can only throw the ball about 42 miles an hour these days.
He did good for us early on. And he kind of did well.
Oh, big swing. Justin Hall gets under it for the putout. That's 2 down here, and it'll bring up Caleb Schweiger,
I'll be okay.
the hero of Game 1, throwing an absolute gem to which he is accustomed.
So this is for the youth, this is for the high
It's
school.
different for
Caleb definitely in contention for Cy Wiffle, right up there with powerhouses such as Jordan Smith and Jackson Crosby.
Especially when they know what they're doing.
what? It's a total hit or miss. Like, I mean, I have some people that, like, I'll pass along.
Caleb,
just
the
because
workhorse of
I
the
genuinely
stacked pitching lineup of the Melonheads. He pitched 47 2/3 innings this year.
But then there's a lot of people.
That leads the league.
I have hella people that tell me all the time. What? You know?
They're especially Mojo probably loses now. They're playing the Archers.
Oh, just biting me outside on that one.
Or is it Mojo?
It's
The
because
thing Mojo
I know that
they played in there unless the Archers win. And that's tough because they have Archers. And they have Colin and Jackson and pitch. So
I'm having a shit.
you need to win at least one game. Then you'll have because you can't play 3 more nights. So when they come back to the next week with one game, then you have Gus Gibby. This game is going to pitch that one game. You know, maybe you get lucky, but you're missing 2 games.
hey, battle it out, baby.
5 and under, let's
go. Hey, stay in there.
That's tough, especially Sam Seals is good at entertainment. I feel like it's a 2-horse race for him.
That's ball 5. Caleb is gonna he's gonna hit. He's gonna take the 55.
Sure.
There's one
He
outside.
doesn't ever make any mistakes. On the mound or hitting. He's very
2.
controlled.
Low
Scoot up in the
in.
box, kid.
Yeah, your line just. Okay.
Do you want me to go get her when she gets here?
For a guy who threw as many pitches as he did and has been playing for a couple hours, he is looking to be in decent shape, but he strikes out there to end the inning.
Shake it off.
Hey.
I agree. Take it
You hate
off.
when I do it.
I mean, wait, that's not what you said.
Because Tyler liked my room ball.
Tony Saggio with the 3-pointer from TV Land.
Where's the camera? Tyler.
That will bring up the Bombers here for what looks to be their final opportunity.
I don't think
Down
Jordan
6 runs
because
with
he's
only a minute 22 to go in this game.
Don't post his note. Do the little fact. He can hit. He's a good time.
We got Cam Smith to lead it off this inning.
Brian Hunter. He's the kid with the center. But he'll give you good audio all night.
Yeah, he's always like so exciting to see.
Inability to capitalize has been the story for the Bombers at the plate all night. They weren't able to bring any batters home in game 1 despite getting several.
Rogers gave you good audio too.
One
And you
even
did
a
him the very
leadoff double
first week,
walk,
so you go back
and they left the bases loaded last inning. A really painful lost opportunity for the 2-time reigning champs.
You with this?
Looks like Sam EICHENLAUB is going to take over at pitcher there. Yes, Cam is up.
that ball?
That's ball one.
Sam was throwing in the high 80s last week.
That one is fast.
Can't stress enough how hard that is to do with a wiffle ball, folks.
Yeah,
and we're throwing from 48 feet out here. That's if you run the math, and I do, because boy do I ever love math. That's about the equivalent reaction time of a major league 115-mile-an-hour pitch.
Hey, Cole.
Yes.
You might want
Absolutely devastating, and a vertical and horizontal break 2 to 3 times as much as you'll see on a baseball. And Cam Smith quickly down on strikes. Bring in Nick Bone. Nick Bone walked his last time up. He's looking to get on base again. Takes ball one high. Sam EICHENLAUB pitching this year was 1-1 with a 2.73 ERA. He pitched 11 innings.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Come on, Sammy.
Well, some people with money, which is the category they're still spending.
Oh, just nicks the strike zone with that one.
All you.
Yeah.
All someone.
What's up?
Oh, and he kisses the bottom of it there to get Nick Bone looking. Nick walks off a little frustrated. He wanted to get some more done there. But against this caliber pitching staff, you can't be too disappointed in yourself as long as you make a good showing. Justin Hall at the plate now. He started tonight's game.
Come on, you got this.
And he's looking to get his team back in it with their final opportunity.
All right, let's go. Come on. Lock it.
Ball low. Bombers definitely not writing themselves off here. They still want to be considered to be in this game. Hall takes a strike inside on that
Come
one.
on, you got this.
Let's go, Sammy.
Yeah, it's in it all.
Ooh. Little chin music there. Sam trying to remind everybody whose plate that is.
What?
You do the
Okay,
broadcast
what's
next
the
game?
count?
You'll
Time.
go and do broadcast next game?
What's the
2-2.
count?
2-2. 2-2.
2-2.
Huh?
All right.
High there for 3 and 3.
All right, let's
Did you say
go.
And that just gets the low outside corner of the strike zone.
That's a winner.
Sam EICHENLAUB strikes out the side to close out game number 2, taking the game and the series from the Bombers. A little revenge for last year's championship series. The Bombers make an early playoff exit thanks to extremely strong pitching performances by Caleb Schweigert and company. Well, thanks very much for watching. We're going to be back your way very shortly, recording our next series. We have 2 exciting teams. You're definitely going to want to check these out
Did Justin get
once
the loss?
once they're up.
Did Hall get
We're going to
the
have the
loss?
Mambas and the Archers.
Where do I hit to stop recording?
Yeah, hit that